Hi, I'm Rosie Boycott.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rosie Boycott with the daily blog for the Global Observatory here in Copenhagen. As we head into the last official day of the talks, the mood in Copenhagen is pretty pessimistic. The world leaders are flying in. There's heightened security. A lot of roads have been blocked off. It's really hard to get cabs. And yet, you know, everyone is just really hoping that the arrival of President Obama will turn things around. Earlier today, Hillary Clinton pledged a surprising $100 billion towards long-term funding for developing countries. But I quote her words, "The United States will work towards a goal of jointly mobilizing $100 billion by 2020 to address the climate change needs of developing countries." This has been greeted with both applause and cynicism. Earlier in the week, US business leaders were urging the President and the Secretary of State to place a lot of funds at the disposal of the developing world. So on one level, they have succeeded. But later in the day, I was talking with General Sir Wesley Clark, and he said to me, and I quote his words again, "Money is just the easy bit. What we really need is the action." And that was a pretty tough thing of the General to say. He also went on to say to us that the people at the top of our social system have bought their way out of facing the consequences of climate change so far. And that's a very true thing, that more and more around here you hear about the increasing impacts on the developing world, and yet the northern countries are so shielded from the truly awful impacts of climate change, and they are getting away with it. It makes you wonder whether we have the right political institutions to deal with this situation. All the leaders that are gathered here in Copenhagen tonight and tomorrow have to go home and face their constituents. They have to face re-election. They have to face the fact that maybe they're going to have to put prices up. Can politics and the political systems we have solve the problem of climate change? Out at the Bella Center today, things have been pretty quiet. There have only been a few NGOs in there. The rest of the NGOs have been sent to two separate places around the city. They haven't been happy about that. Indeed, they're so unhappy that we've just heard that tomorrow there's going to be a protest outside the Bella Center where people have been asked to come and shave their heads to register their disapproval of what is going on. I suspect this will be pretty tricky, given that the temperatures are now plummeting to -10 tonight, I gather. So a shaved head is going to be a pretty chilly thing to have. Finally, from today, we had a leaked email out, and it was a pretty interesting one, coming and saying that if you added up what all the pledges that are at the moment on the table from the various countries who have put their pledges down, you added up what this actually means in carbon parts per million, we're looking at 550. And that is a temperature rise of 3 degrees. And that is a catastrophe. So the eyes of the world are on Copenhagen, and our hearts are with them. Good night. This is Rosie Boycott from Copenhagen.